All right. So, Delilah Fitness. So today, I gotta tell you guys, no disrespect to all of the people who are. All right, we got people coming in. To all of the people who are dealing with this, I just want to say, um, how's it, how's everybody doing? So I gotta laugh. Every week we got a new label. I think this is a imposter syndrome. We got a new thing now. Everybody's talking about imposter syndrome. It's a big thing now in the people who own companies, entrepreneurs. We got a new thing called imposter syndrome. So I don't know if you guys heard of the terminology imposter syndrome. Just click one if you heard of imposter. Click one if anyone here has heard of it. I to be real with you. I'm so sick of these labels. Like so now they got women who are, you know, feel that, you know, they're an imposter, that they are questioning their ability, or they're questioning themselves and what they bring to the table. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about me. You ain't ever got to worry about me doing no imposter syndrome. I think a lot of times people make up these terminologies. Like I remember being a kid, ADD and all that other stuff. So they give you some type of medication, Renalin, and they got kids taking drugs constantly. I can't tell you how many kids are taking Renalin. Um, I gotta say, when I was a kid, I didn't think like everybody else, so my brain processed things differently. I think what I'm going to say, we live in a world where if you don't think like everybody else, or if you don't process information like everybody else, they'll give you a drug. The situation that I'm having with this, the issue that I'm having with this is that I remember going to public school and I remember me thinking differently and processing information differently from other children. They put me in a position and said that I had a problem learning information. I didn't have a problem learning and intaking information. I can learn information. I just process the information different. So we live in a world where if the teacher can't think outside of the box, and if the child is not thinking like everybody else, then there's something wrong with the child. The child is ADD or something like that. And I got to tell you, I was labeled ADD, and I got to tell you, they had put us in a special class because, and my thing about it is that the teachers just didn't think outside the box. They couldn't reach me. So it's like being in this world where you have a difference of opinion, and you speak up and you speak your truth. You may be the only one standing speaking truth. And what happens in a society where you have groupthink, if you think outside the box, or if you are a critical thinker, you're the one with the problem. Make sure my mic is on. Make sure my mic is on because this is important. I find, greetings. I find a lot of times we live in a world where we have sheep, people who are not critical thinkers, don't ask any particular questions. They just accept what they see. Then we have people who ask questions. What happens with that is that we tend to, and religion is a good thing, don't get me wrong, it could be whatever, but what happens, and I remember growing up as a child and I would ask my mother questions and she couldn't answer it. She didn't have the answer for it. So she would say, well, you know what, just God did it. Stop asking those questions. So I was wrong and I was reprimanded for asking questions. Sometimes my mom would just slap me in the mouth and say, stop, you ask so many questions. So as a child, it made me think that if I should ask questions, that's a problem. If I'm curious, my mind is curious, I want to know, so I'm asking an adult a question. And I remember those days, and it killed my soul. So what happens is that when you have someone who has a way of thinking that is not conventional, we crucify them. Why are you asking those questions? Everybody else is okay. Why don't you just get on board? So you get this thing with, now we got this new thing called imposter syndrome, where people are doubting themselves. I personally could come up here, and one of the things about me, people always say when I do interviews, they always say, you know what, Delilah, you're just a natural on the camera. You're just a natural. You know why I'm a natural? Because I'm speaking my truth. If you're speaking your truth and you're telling the truth, you don't have anything to worry, because truth is on your side, because you're speaking from the heart. And I'm speaking from the heart right now. So I don't have imposter syndrome because I'm not faking the funk. We also have to be very mindful of these terms. Fake it till you make it. Now we nothing comes from nothing comes from nothing. A lot of times when people are living these lives, and we have imposter syndrome, we fed people this false sense of reality, false sense of fame, where you have the commercials, you have the celebrities. Everybody's trying to live like a celebrity. Everybody trying to be something that they're not. That's the issue right there, is because the fish rots from the head. So if you have a bunch of people who have been taught from childhood and watching TVs of their standard what is beautiful, so they dictate to you and tell you what beauty is. People don't even think on their own and say, well, you know what, I could appreciate that, but to me, my standard of beauty is something else. We all have been spoon fed what beauty is. We all have been spoon fed what it is for success. What success is for you may not be what I find to be successful. But we could agree to disagree. That's the wonderful thing about being a human being, is that we have the power to communicate and articulate. We are on the pyramid. We are the highest species. We're human beings. We have the power of conscious thinking, and also of critical thinking. That's one of the things that make America so great, is that we have people who think outside of the box. And now it seems as though it's a crime of the state to think. It's like something out of George Orwell movie, 1984, that groupthink, that if you learn differently, or if you think differently from everybody else, there's something wrong with you. What's wrong with her? Why are they thinking that way? If people didn't think outside the box, we wouldn't have a phone. Alexander Bell. If he was to think like everybody else, we wouldn't be having this conversation. This apparatus, this cell phone, would cease to exist if everybody was a group thinker. It was because of creativity that somebody saw something in a vision that wasn't tangible. They brought something from the intangible to the tangible. Yet we crucify these people when they're critical thinkers and they're asking questions. Now we have this new thing, and I can't tell you how many, and it behooves me. It behooves me. How many people are drinking the Kool-Aid? They get on stage and they start to, doubt themselves. If you're doubting yourself, why? Why? Like right now, I'm real comfortable having this conversation with you guys. I don't have a script. There's no script. Got a ring light. There's no script. So everything I'm saying is unrehearsed. It's coming from my heart. So I don't have to play these stupid games of being of another label. That's all we need in the world, is another label, another psychosis, imposter syndrome, another syndrome. Where what are we going to give people drugs for this now, so they can get on stage and perform because they have imposter syndrome? Maybe we should stop feeding people false images on television. Maybe we should, the fish rots from the head. From the time you're a child, you're bombarded with information. You don't even have a chance to even be a kid. A lot of these kids are emulating certain behavior patterns that's not themselves. They're trying to fit in. Maybe we should be a society where we value people who think outside the box. We should be a society that embraces that. Thank you so much. I didn't see it that way, but thank you for sharing your vision, instead of putting them on a cross and doing all of this foolishness, and making them feel like they're the problem. Maybe we should start, maybe we as a society should stop, telling people fake it till you make it so you could be a celebrity. And maybe we should stop feeding people what success is, to go and make a lot of money and get these fancy cars and, this big house. Let me tell you something. I know people who have 2 or 3 houses, mansioned. One person, there's homeless people, right? That's on the street that could be living in a home, but we got people with a lot of money that's so selfish that they don't want to share what they have with other people who are less fortunate. There's people living in the streets that's vets that's fought for this country, and they're homeless, but we so badly want to succeed and make the more money. That means the more successful you are, the more control over people. You are the man. Wow. Everybody wants to be like this famous person. They want to buy these fancy cars that they can't afford, put themselves in debt. And I know from growing up in the black community how people couldn't even pay their rent, but they're going to buy expensive sneakers. You see what I'm saying? It's not right. And the bottom line, to crucify people after you gave them these phobias and then you've given them these syndromes, you created this false sense of reality. Now these people are trying to fit in to be successful. Now you're going to crucify them and say there's something wrong with them because you created a sickness. Now these people are trying to fit into your so-called reality and they can't. So now they have imposter syndrome. No matter how successful they are, no matter if they went to Yale or Harvard, they're still feeling inadequate. It's not the person, it's society. And society creates these prisons, these gilded cages, where people will never feel 100%. If you allow somebody to get into your head, that's what it is there. It's a mind screw. I'm not going to let it happen. I don't care about success. I'm speaking from my heart, from my peace. I don't have to fake this. This is not fake. This is real. And unless people start to really speak their truth and they start to really, something got my eye, sorry. If people start to really stand up and fight for themselves and stop letting people bully them and put them in a box and force somebody to be something that they're not, we are always going to have more problems. We're going to have attention deficit disorder, whatever that is, fake, made up. They labeled me that, but I think differently. So just because I process information differently, I should be crucified. I should be crucified because I think and process information differently. So I'm the bad guy. I'm the one with the issue. So I should go and take Renalin or some type of medication. I got to tell you, I have clients that are taking 15 pills a day. 15 pills a day. One is taking, now they got his son is taking Renalin. Children, because some children are hyperactive and they have to go outside and play. But due to the pandemic, kids were not allowed to go outside and play. They were trapped in the house. They had a burst of energy because, forgive them, they're children. There's a pandemic. They can't go outside. So that energy is mustered up and they play in the house. Oh, my kid. So hyper. Something's wrong with the kid. It's so hyper. There's nothing wrong with the kid. There's nothing wrong with the kid. The kid is being a kid. Did you think about that? But yet you want to control the energy, so you want to give them drugs. Oh, now the kid is numbed out. The brain, the neurotransmitters in the brain is delayed, and this is a problem. We have a problem, and a lot of us, and I'm going to blame each and every one of you because you drink the Kool-Aid, you buy into it. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, and I'm going to be honest with you. Let's be real. There's some people who are just shy. Some people are introverts. Some people are not comfortable being on stage. Oh no, it was in my eye. So, what we going to call them imposter syndrome? No. When I first started this journey, when I used to get on stage, when I went live, I fumbled my words because I was nervous. I was so nervous, but the more you keep doing it, like right now, I'm in my element. I could talk to you all day and all night. I'm comfortable in my skin. I've been going live for about 2 years now. So I'm a natural on the camera, not by birth, but by practice. Practice. So this is not an anomaly. I'm not special. I'm just practicing, and the more I come live, the more I go live, it's just a natural thing for me. You know what I mean? So if it's your first time, a couple of times, okay, you're nervous. You study your words. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We get it. We get it. You're nervous. But if you keep doing it a couple of times, you'll be as right as rain. So there's nothing wrong with you. We live in a society where every time something happens, something's wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with you. This, everything ain't for everybody. A lot of us do things and see the world differently. It doesn't make you a bad person. That's just how you see the world. For example, there's an elephant, right? And there's three blind guys. And they never seen an elephant before. Or never. So they come close to the elephant. One is touching the tail of the elephant. The other one is touching the trunk of the elephant. And one of them are on the side of the elephant. So somebody asked them to describe what an elephant feels like. So based on their perspective and where they're at, they're going to describe what is an elephant. And none of them is wrong. It's just your perspective. One is on the back of the elephant, so they're going to describe what they see, but they're not wrong. Not wrong. The other one is in the front, touching the trunk. He's describing what an elephant is to him because of his perspective, where he is at. Where he's at, he's going to describe that. Then you have the one touching by the side. Not wrong. Your perspective is not the only perspective. And just because you have a different perspective doesn't make you wrong. It's okay to be nervous when you're live and around a lot of people. There's people, hey, you're human. And it's weird. It's like we're human, but we're crucified for making mistakes. Or just being nervous. Don't listen. I get all of this, and I get the whole Jedi mind trick and the whole Matrix thing, but if you buy into it and you drink the Kool-Aid, that's on you. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I know imposter syndrome my ass. I think it's just another way to put people in a position, groupthink people, and to do more fear mongering. Let's just say, if you want people to get healthy, stop spreading bad news on the TV every time. And a lot of you guys need to stop watching the TV, because a lot of that stuff, it burns out your adrenal glands. You got fight or flight every minute. If you're watching the news, oh my God, the world is so bad. Look what they're doing over there. No, the world is not bad. The world is not bad. The person that's feeding you that, things happen. I live in a wonderful part of the world, and I'm on the same planet as you, and I have a different perspective of reality. I don't live in fear, false existence appearing real. And the more you guys buy into this BS that they're selling you, and all of these phobias and all of these new medications, and this person is a doctor from Yale because they got I train doctors. I have clients who are doctors, and they're overweight, they're sick, some of them got diabetes, and they're doctors. So I'm not buying it. I don't have no issue with imposter syndrome. And the bottom line is that I don't have any fear of making mistakes. I'll tell you straight out. And even if I am doing a talk, if I stumble on my words, I'm cool with it, because I'll come back. And I'll show you that I'm not perfect. That just goes to show you that there is no such thing as perfection, because a lot of us say, oh, I can't do that because you have to be perfect. Perfect is practice. It comes with practice. I didn't just jump into this. Even with me being raw and growing up, I didn't grow up eating this kind of food. I had pork chops. I had fried chicken. I had mac and cheese. I did all of that. I made a conscious choice to change my life. So stop having people get in your head. It's a mind fuck. And the more you allow somebody to manipulate you, you're not a victim. You're allowing these people. Each one of us have the power of choice. If you choose for these people to get into your head and tell you that imposter syndrome shit, then so be it. But I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Just like I'm not buying attention deficit disorder. I'm not buying it. You got me when I was a kid, but I'm one of the most intelligent people that you will ever meet, because I know myself. 'Tis thyself be true. I speak my truth. I don't run around here telling everybody, because I don't know your story. Only you can tell your story. But I'm talking and I'm telling you my truth. That's it. So come on. I mean, really. I think it's ridiculous. I get so sick and tired of watching the manipulation and watching people fall into the bullshit. It's bullshit. Somebody's making money off your insecurity. Like, for example, beautiful. Now, I find imperfections amazing. When your imperfections is what make you special, but that they would call that ugly. So you have to wear this makeup, and you have to have this lipstick, and you have to have this hairstyle. So now they're telling you what perfection is. So now you're going to run out and buy these makeup and lipstick so you could be perfect and attractive, because you got somebody selling you products. And that's all they do. So you fine just the way you are. I'm not wearing no makeup. My hair is not permed. I got my gray hair. I'm not changing for nobody. I'm not going to do it because I love myself too much. I love myself. So I don't have to do the bullshit of run out here, fake the funk, be something that I'm not. That's why you got imposter syndrome. You don't feel good enough, so you got to put the makeup on. You got to put the lipstick on. Some people can't even see themselves in the mirror without the makeup. As soon as they get out of bed, they got to run and put that makeup on. It's ridiculous. So that's where all of that imposter syndrome comes from, because you never feel that you're good enough. You're insecure. And those are insecure people. So I had to come on and say that, because I just feel that, come on, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee. You being bamboozled. It's a scam. This is one of the biggest scams on the planet, is getting in your head, telling you this is what fame is, and this celebrity is doing this, and you need to get this car to be famous, and maybe you need to get this outfit. You got to eat at this 5-star restaurant. The food is shitty. You can make your own food at home. They're gassing you up. Hey, what, you going to a 5-star restaurant for what? Get out of here. You got to get these sneakers. This is the latest Jordan sneakers. Or what about the Brooks Brothers suits? You got to get, if you're going to be somebody and for people to respect you, you got to have this suit on so everybody can see that you're professional. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bullshit. Bullshit. And that's what this society does. They get in your head. They screw you over. Then they crucify you and say that there's something wrong with you. But there was nothing ever wrong with you in the first place. You just drank the Kool-Aid, and now you all whacked out because you were doing fine before. So listen, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I gotta say, sometimes it hurts my heart when I see a lot of you good people. And you're good people, salt of the earth. God knows you are. But you gotta stop. You gotta stop being so gullible. You just gotta stop. You got to stop being so gullible. And that's what it is. You guys don't have faith in yourself. You're insecure. And people play off your insecurity. It's like pimping. I got to tell you, when I was a kid, I used to see a lot of pimps, right? And it's my rabbit's hair is in my eye. I got 2 rabbits, and his hair is floating all over the place. But I grew up around pimps, right? And I used to watch these pimps get these beautiful girls to go out on the street and sell their ass. Man, I'd be like, wow. Like, Joanne, what happened? Pimping. So this is what the system does. It pimps you out. So with these guys that I grew up and they were pimps, how they get these girls to sell their ass on the street is beyond me. But I got to tell you, it's pimping. It's pimping. And a lot of these pimps became ministers, so they were in the church. The pimp, the devil is in the pulpit. So they got you looking up to God, and they're scamming you down here. It's a scam. It's like 3-card Molly. And you guys can't even see that you're being bamboozled because you so badly want to be a good citizen. To who? To thyself be true. You can't love anybody unless you love yourself first. That's why you're easily preyed on, because you don't love yourself. And you think that this person is better than you, and this person looks better than you. So you got to put all of this stuff on so you could be, whatever, like what success looks like. So you want to, Beyonce is famous, so you want to be like Beyonce. You want to get that car, that house. You want to get all of this. You want to get your nose fixed. You want to get your hair. You want to be everything that you are not. That's where imposter syndrome comes from, because that's not who you are. And you're just not comfortable in your skin. and you have low self, if you listen, if you got one arm shorter than the other, rock it. If you got one eye down here and one breast like this, rock it. That's, to me, that's beautiful, when the imperfections. But come on, guys. I mean, really. I see people, this one guy, he don't have, and he's on Instagram, and he's one of my biggest, I idolize this cat, this brother, something 2000. He don't got no legs. He don't got no legs. He don't got no legs. This guy don't got no, this guy don't got no legs. No legs. He got an upper body. So I see him at the gym, and he don't make no excuses going to the gym. And he eats healthy. He exercises, but he ain't got no legs. So he's exercising, bench pressing, ain't got no legs. He's walking on his hand because he ain't got no legs. He not sitting here thinking about, the guy's not sitting here thinking about imposter syndrome. He ain't got no legs. But you know what he do got? He got kahunas. He got nuts. He got more kahunas than each one of you in this room. If you're going to allow the system to fuck you over in your head, and you're going to drink the Kool-Aid and sit around and say you're not good enough, you are of sound mind and body. You healthy. You got your legs. You got your arms. You woke up this morning. You are amazing. But for you to run around here, get somebody to tell you that you're not good enough, and basically, you know, get you in your head that you need this makeup or you need these outfits, this clothes, so you can be famous. Fuck that. Are you kidding me? So, like I was saying, this guy has no legs. I watch him every day. He's my motivation. He's my guru. He's my spiritual teacher. He's my spiritual brother. I love him. Somebody, you know, if you want to, I can't remember his name, but I got to tell you, this guy, every day I wake up, I look at this guy. I look at what he's doing. He was at the gym today, bench pressing. He was doing his bicep curls. And a lot of you guys make excuses why you can't go to the gym or why you can't work out. This guy ain't got no legs. He driving a car. Driving the car. So you know what my thoughts on imposter syndrome? That's my thoughts on imposter syndrome. You know my thoughts on other people's fame and ADD. This is my thoughts on all of that right here. I'm not gonna say because I don't want them to shut me down. This is all my thoughts on all of those syndromes and all my thoughts on. You can go and sit on it, rotate on it, because I'm not gonna let you jack me up and tell me that I'm not good enough. I know I'm good enough. So I don't need, see, that's what I'm saying. When you self-sufficient and you know who you are, you don't need somebody to tell you who you are. You can tell them to rotate on this and keep it rolling. I don't need to buy your makeup, your products, right here. That's it. That's your imposter syndrome right there. You can sit on it and rotate it until the sun come home. But you ain't got me. And you guys need to wake up and smell the coffee and stop being a sucker every minute. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to come around and read some of your comments, but that's how I feel. Now, let me tell you something about me. You could hate me or love me, and my world is not going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not so hook up on somebody liking me. If you don't like me, that's cool. You know why? Because I don't like everybody. So I ain't going to be a hypocrite and say, oh, I want these people to. You don't have to, baby. I'm good with it. It's not going to change my world. Whether you like me or hate me, it ain't going to change nothing. I'm still going to be eating fruits and vegetables. I'm still going to be living my best life. That ain't going to change nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I'm coming around. All right. It's your girl. It's your girl. All right. So let me read some of these comments. I'm good. You know I can handle myself. So let's read. Let's roll down. Let's scroll down. Let me get my glasses. You know Mama need her glasses now. You know how I go. I'm 56. And I didn't get this easy. When I was in my 20s, I was so insecure. I wanted people to like me. I did all of that. I'm 56. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to die worrying about what somebody feels about me. I mean, come on. I did that in my 20s and 30s, trying to impress people outside of myself. And I end up hurting myself, trying to be something that I'm not. So I'm not doing that no more. All right, I'm reading your comments. I'm coming. Let me get my glasses on right. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm waving back. You know, my mama taught me some manners. I'm waving back. What's up? What's up? Ready Up. Ready Up is in the house. We got Monkey Mover. The hell kind of name is that? But I love you still. Watering is in the house. We got Healthy. What up, Healthy? Got 142. What up, 142? Oh, damn. I done pressed the wrong button. All right. I think ain't nobody really asked no questions. Fame doesn't matter. Reddy said that. Yeah, it's true. Fame don't matter. Morning. What's up, morning? All right, so I pretty much answered it. I think I did. I'm waving back. Ooh, I'm waving back. But I'm going to leave this video on and let you guys marinate on it. And so you guys can wake up and smell the coffee and know that you're being played all day, every day. That's it. I said everything. Anybody got any questions for the kid? Anybody got any questions? If not, I'm about to shut it down. I got STD. Shit to do. I got shit to do. All right. Listen, guys. Love yourself. If somebody ain't feeling you, give them the finger and walk. That's it for today. Peace.